It's very embarrassing and shaming, Right Honourable Speaker, to see a team of Uganda hosting from a country which is even above East Africa. In Egypt, Right Honourable Speaker.
A total of 97 billion was appropriated by Parliament for the facelift of Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, in preparation for the 2023 CAF Games. Out of the 97 billion appropriated, a total of 81 billion was released to aid UPDF Engineering Brigade to handle works at the stadium.
The stadium where we hosted our Uganda-Tanzania game in Egypt was built with 96 Ugandan billion. We gave Nambole 97 billion for rehabilitation.
However, the works at the stadium that had been anticipated to be complete before the start of the CAF Games faced delays. In hosting of the AFCON qualifier matches, Uganda had to meet the cost of hiring a stadium in Egypt to host the games.
You can imagine the embarrassment we are going through, even our younger players.
In this regard, the AFCON qualifier match hosted on March 24th was supposed to be hosted in Uganda, but instead hosted in Egypt because Uganda had no stadium that meets CAF standards. A section of members of Parliament deemed this as an embarrassment to the country and wastage of funds meant to aid development of other stadia.
81 billion was received by the Minister of Education and Sports, and that is the money as of now which is carrying out works.
According to the State Minister for Sports, Peter Gwang, a rehabilitation of Nambole Stadium by the UPDF Engineering Brigade is progressing well in compliance with the CAF requirements and will be complete by June 2023.
We are going to work hard to try as much as possible to have our next game, which is a home game, scheduled for 12th of June, be played at Nambole.
In 2018, CAF disqualified all Uganda stadia from hosting high-level games because none of the available stadia was found to meet the required standards to host such games. It's worth recalling that Parliament on several occasions appropriated funds for construction of stadia, including Nachivubo Stadium, Mandela National Stadium, Philip Omondi Stadium, among others.
Report. The three stadiums are not fit for any game, any serious game in an international game. This was 2018, so my concern between 2018 and today, government should have done something. So
90 billion was appropriated for construction of Nachivubo Stadium in 2018, 97 billion for renovation of Mandela National Stadium, design works done for Peche Stadium, among others. Others include Masaka Recreational Stadium, Fort Portal Stadium, Jonah Kibua Stadium, and Buhinga Stadium. According to Minister Amos Lugolobi, the donors that had promised to fund construction of two stadiums lost interest in the project.
The Chinese government had shifted the priorities and they are no longer going to be able to fund the Akibua and Buhinga Stadium.
Speaker of Parliament Anita Among has tasked the ministry to present all necessary accountability of the 81 billion received for the construction of Mandela Stadium and the expenditure during the CAF Games in Egypt. She has also tasked the ministry to present all the contractual arrangements and necessary expenditure of all stadia across the country.
Tell us a reason why we should not hold you people accountable for a nugatory expenditure of paying money to play a game in Egypt.
A team of 5 members has been instituted to inspect works at Mandela National Stadium. Rehabilitation of Mandela National Stadium is ongoing by the Engineering Brigade under supervision of Engineer Lieutenant Peter Kidemuka. Susan Naung and Gloria Guitabinji reporting for ABC TV.